Hi, my name is Heather Drenning.
Peter Sullivan.
My name is Lynn.
Kathy Kanani.
My name is Carolyn Diamond.
I'm middle-aged, I guess.
I'm in my 60s.
40s.
64 years old.
I am single.
Divorced.
I'm married.
Married.
Widow.
Married.
Been married for 23 years.
I have 3 grown children, and I have 2 grandchildren.
We both have children from our previous marriages.
I'm a mom of 5.
I have 7 grandchildren and 2 children.
We have 6 children and 11 grandchildren.
I have a beautiful stepdaughter.
My kids are grown.
I had a long, productive career as a general dentist.
Pharmacy tech.
I was in construction.
I just take care of all the financial books for the company that I work for.
I worked with the elderly.
I am an audiologist. I was an audiologist. Can I try that again? You'll edit. I was an audiologist for 26 years.
I'm a professional driver.
My hobbies involve traveling.
I'd love to play Scrabble.
Make music.
Play Scrabble very competitively. Stamping and card making.
I like to hike. Kayaking.
Hiking.
We love going to the Red Sox games.
Automobiles, houses, computers, anything I can fix. Those are my hobbies.
Some of the hurts in my life, I think back to when I was a child, and I often felt alone and I felt abandoned.
I found out that my dad was an alcoholic.
My parents' divorce was really volatile.
Our mother was there, but she wasn't there. She was very negative and very controlling.
Abuse, both sexually, physically, and mentally. All 3, I should say.
I suffered a loss of 2 very important people in my life. My husband and my son-in-law within 5 weeks.
I have been physically abused, mentally abused, and sexually abused.
Dealt with molestation and rape.
My bad choices, and that choice involved the use of alcohol.
I was sexually abused at a younger age.
Some of my false belief is that I'm unworthy.
I've always been one of those people that considered myself lower than dirt.
I had no self-worth. I often had voices that would tell me that I was no good.
Negative thoughts. I have a tendency towards feeling inadequate.
I just had a lot of issues with not feeling good enough.
I believed the negative talk that people were saying to me, about me.
One of the illusions that my particular habit or addiction led me to is that I could maintain control of my life.
For years, I thought that God was not with me.
Very low self-esteem.
I have become a people pleaser. I'm a huge procrastinator.
Use sarcasm as a way not to answer or not to take a look at myself.
An eating disorder.
I would try to please people, or I would be a workaholic, or an overachiever.
Codependency, issues with boundaries.
I eat a lot of food.
Pornography.
Since I've been in Celebrate Recovery, I've gotten an accountability partner and really making strides to have victory over my people-pleasing tendencies.
Learned how to take God's word, the truth, and combat the negative thoughts in my mind.
I've been coming on a weekly basis and realized that we're all broken and we're powerless to fix these things on our own.
CR has made me more aware of these things existed in my life.
CR helped me find peace.
Forgiveness.
It took my spiritual walk with God and just enhanced it. I don't even know how many fold, a lot of fold.
Help me find myself, someone that I never knew.
I've developed a sense of self-confidence.
Someone who has been redeemed because of God's love and grace, not because of my own control.
Celebrate Recovery has helped me to see that I needed to work on those things, and that's when I realized I was one of those people.
I was probably in my late 40s, early 50s when I discovered that, or realized that life had become unmanageable.
I knew the first time I walked into CR, I was one of those people.
I have always been one of those people.
The other people started talking about
their anxieties, their depression, their hang-ups. And I found it surprised because I would look at these people who I thought so highly of, couldn't imagine that they would have the same kind of feelings I was having.
My first time in CR, I realized when I sat down and I heard the first testimony, and I was like, oh, that's me, that's me, that's me.
It really wasn't until I got into my second step study that I realized that I'm not any better than the person sitting next to me.
Wondering whether I was one of those people was never an issue. I always knew, how can you not want to live by the 12 steps? They're just good.
Today I can say I'm happy to be one of those people.